Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the Stretch, a 3D printable V-tail performance glider available from SoarKraft. And in this video, I'm going to add a much stronger motor system to it. In a previous video, I showed how to build this airframe with lightweight filament, lightweight power pod, and a lightweight motor system. It's easy and fun to fly, but the motor system I spec in the instructions is very conservative. Nice. Meant more for ascending at a reasonable pace and not spinning the printed folding prop too fast. Keep it tame. But what if you spent a bit more on a decent prop and a motor to spin it a little faster? Can the lightweight Stretch handle a little bit more power? Let's find out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And check out my other videos about printing, different materials and testing, and flying these SoarKraft designs to the limits of what's possible. This channel is funded by viewers like you purchasing my files on my website for printing planes just like this, and helps me to continue to refine, develop, and share new ways of making them better, faster, and cheaper to hopefully benefit everyone. Or at least to have a good time. Nice. The Stretch with the spec lightweight power system works. The Surpass 2204 1400 kV motor on a 3S battery can turn the 7x6 3D printed propeller to 8,700 RPM, producing 220 grams of thrust at less than 10 amps, roughly 100 watts, and weighs in at only 36 grams with wiring and mounts. At 565 grams total weight ready to fly, 220 grams of thrust is not bad, but more is better. So my goal was to double the thrust without adding any extra weight. Quick disclaimer, the original lightweight power system is also dangerous and care should be taken when using it. Operate RC airplanes in a safe manner and consider the safety of others. I do not recommend adding more power to your SoarKraft model. You can choose how to build your model however you want. To get the power upgrade I want, I need a motor that can spin my propeller faster, still fit the same space, but also a propeller that can handle the higher RPM and still be folding. Finding a more powerful drone motor is the easy part. I use this online motor prop calculator, and with a small increase in speed rating and current capacity, twice the thrust with the same size propeller is easily achievable. I just need a folding prop that can handle 14,000 RPM, which these ones can. So I picked out this Emax 2207 Eco 2 motor. It's not the lightest, it's not the most powerful, but it's in stock everywhere and it's not too expensive. The 1700 kV motor fits the RPM I want to run and can handle 3 to 6S power and can handle a lot more current. Well worth the 7 grams of added weight over the old motor. It's almost the right height, similar diameter, and has a stubby 5mm threaded shaft. For the motor mount, I like to use these cross-style aluminum mounts, typically available with a 2212 motor that I originally used in my design, but they can also be purchased separately. The Emax motor I picked out has a slightly different mounting hole pattern, so I need to ovalize the holes on the mount to fit it. Just these 2 holes and not that much, and pretty easy with a Dremel tool. Also need to add a couple millimeters of height, so I'm going to use these washers in a stack. Just need to make sure that all the stacks have the same thickness all the way around. Then using some quality M3 screws that are the right length to hold it all together. The new motor has its mount, and it's about the same height as the SoarKraft motor. I got my folding blades and hub from Aloft Hobbies. I chose a couple of different sizes, but ended up using this Aeronaut Cam 7x6. And for good motor cooling, I chose the 38mm turbo spinner. And the most important part is the 5mm collet to hold it to the M5 threaded shaft of the motor. These collets also fit the hubs I got from Hobby King some time ago. Originally made for a 3mm shaft, the new collet fits them also. Unfortunately, Hobby King no longer sells them, but I didn't figure that out until I finished doing most of this video. The carbon only saves 3 grams, and the aluminum one is probably a better quality part anyways. I didn't try this, but another option might be something like this hub available on Amazon. Made for cam props and has a 5mm shaft adapter. It's worth getting something that can handle the added RPM. The nice thing about the 5mm collets is they just slip on and tighten down inside the hub. With this motor and prop combination on the test stand with a fully charged 3S LiPo, so it does 460 grams of thrust at 13,500 RPM, pulling 22 amps. This is fantastic, but means I need to upgrade my ESC to handle the extra current. The previous motor prop ESC combination weighed in at 70 grams. The new system comes in at 88 grams, but at more than twice the thrust on the same battery. This should be fun. But I will need to do some balancing. And I am totally aware that I am only scratching the surface of what this motor system can do. Just adding a 4S battery to this exact same setup can yield 750 grams of thrust and 500 watts. And that's only half what it can do. The stretch airframe made from lightweight PLA is fine for a 100-watt power system, but maybe not 200 watts. The tail boom needs a bit more support for this much power. I used a piece of 1x4 protruded carbon strip, 380 millimeters long, glued in place with thin CA to the bottom of the fuselage. Needed to add a little tail weight anyway, so this is a double benefit. The rest of the CG balancing change needed was accomplished by shifting the battery and ESC further back. Make sure the 4 carbon support rods are well glued with thin CA, from the motor mount all the way to the tail. Otherwise, you could rip the nose off with too much power. Lastly, depending on the motor screws you choose for the back of the motor mount, the plastic in the screws may interfere a little. This motor and these button head screws just fit. So all up ready to fly weight is 25 grams heavier for twice the power. I'll pre-flight check everything else, charge the batteries, and let's go try it out. Out at a new flying site for me, the Rocky Mountain Soaring Club sod farm location. A huge grassy field and a perfect flying space. Battery balance and pre-flight check. Awesome. How stiff that is now. Okay. Ooh, wow. I like that. This is using a 650 milliamp hour 3S battery. Tiny little thing. If I run it continuously, it'll probably only last 3 to 4 minutes. With the prop folded, the lightweight stretch can still zip around the sky. And then zoom back up and do it again. The reinforced tail boom handles the zoomy power system. But with this lightweight build, it was not meant to be a pylon racer, more like a fast thermal hunter. This 200 watt upgrade seems like a good fit, but I'm not sure I'd want to go much more. I really like flying the lightweight stretch in a wide open space. I like it. Change batteries and get ready to go again.
Motor armed.
I didn't know how long this battery would last, so I decided to see how many landings and launches to altitude I could do. Well, I got up there quick. Not scientific, but seemed like fun, and I need the landing practice.
Cruise.
12 to 15 seconds of full power to get to altitude and then switch off and fly around.
Armed. Cruise.
Nice. There was little to no wind, so I tried landing from a different direction. And yes, I do really like the new power system.
Motor armed.
Gotta be getting close.
Power. Cruise.
This is it. So after 8 launches, it finally drained the battery. And the ESC won't do braking, so this last flight will be short. The free spinning prop adds a lot of drag.
Landing. Cruise. Motor armed.
And I land a little short. Yay! 14 minutes of flight time without even trying, and everything is happy.
13 minutes and 58 seconds. Motor disarmed.
So motor, prop, hub, and ESC, and a couple other parts, all come together for this motor upgrade. They're not cheap, but they're not expensive, and I'll list them out in the description below. There are other combinations, and if you have a suggestion, add a comment. But you do not need permission to build your model however you want. The 3D printable stretch glider is fun to fly, and a little extra thrust adds to the enjoyment. My next video will be adding this same power system to the lightweight Igneous and seeing if I can turn it into a true hotliner. And then maybe a stretch built with my new favorite material. Temperature resistant, lightweight, and stiff. Check out the website for more information. Thanks for watching and see you next time.